Tintagel Brewery, Arthur's Ale.
And remember, life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. Arthur's Ale, well, this comes from the Tintagel Brewery based in Cornwall, and this is the last of the few beers that I've got from my trip down to Cornwall. Generally, Cornish beer, I'm not really impressed, I have to say. There's a couple of good ones. The Betty's Dogs one was okay, and that, I think, well, I'm saying there's a couple, that is about it really. I'm not impressed with anything else. The St Austell beer, very, very average. Tintagel stuff, and they're like a little craft brewer again. And they, you know, I'm not knocking them, they do traditional style ales, but they're very, very boring. When you're brewing on that scale, I'd expect them to be something special, but they're really not that special. I don't know, maybe this is going to change my mind. I think I've tried it before, and that was actually at the Source, at the tap room. Well, not a tap room, it's more like a bar stroke restaurant in the Tintagel Brewery, and I wasn't impressed at all, to be honest. I thought they were just very, very average, but who knows, maybe this may be a little bit better. Now, going from the description on the website, they're saying that this is a cross between a bitter and a golden ale. Now, you know my views on golden ale. It's a very, very hit and miss style. I'm not saying it's all bad. There are some half decent golden ales out there. St Peter's do a decent one, the organic golden ale, I really like that. But there's some very, very fucking bad ones out there as well. And you're sort of playing a bit of a game of roulette when you buy golden ale. And again, as I always say about golden ale, it's a style that was, I think, brought in by brewers who are brewing traditional real ale, and it was done to compete with the lager drinkers. And I sort of see why they've done it, because lager was dominant in the 80s and the 90s as well, and they've done it to try and wean them off the lager and get them onto golden ale, and maybe that could be what they call a gateway beer to other ales, but it doesn't really look to have happened. It doesn't really look to have happened, unfortunately. There you go. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Tintagel, of course, is in Cornwall. It's in North Cornwall, I should say, and it's a relatively small brewery. I've been there, been through the tap room and all that. There's a few videos up on the channel of me. I think there's one of me actually in the brewery, or outside the brewery, trying a few beers. Ain't that great, to be honest. So let's crack this one open and see if it's going to change my mind on Cornish beer and the Tintagel Brewery as well. Right, before we get it open, let's have a quick look at the side. It says, a pale brown beer combining the character of both best bitter and golden ale, as I've just said. Marmalade citrus hop leads to a powerful citrus fruit and hop bitterness in the mouth. Okay. Well, I don't know what that is trying to do. I'm not sure what sort of style that is, but no, it looks like they've done a sort of a hybrid beer. Ingredients: spring water, malted barley, wheat, hops and yeast. This product contains gluten, allergens in bold. 4.4% for 500 ml. Tintagel Brewery is an environmental friendly brewery situated 850 feet above the sea level at Trebarwith Strand. Brewing originally began in an old converted milking parlour on the farm. Now a range of classic real ales have been developed to suit every taste using a variety of hops and malts. All our ales are brewed with our own pure spring water and powered from our wind turbines. Am I fucking seeing things? This has got to be a fucking typo. Best before 23rd of the 6th, 2005. You are fucking jesting with me. If this beer is really from 2005, well, okay, I'll reserve judgment. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's 2022 now. I'm hoping they're saying that this is good till 2025, and that's just a typo. But if this is 2005, surely they're not selling beer from 2005. Oh well. No, they can't be. They weren't even in existence in 2005, so yeah, that's got to be a typo. Anyway, let's get it home. Let's see what's going on. Cool, I can smell the citrus from here. Blimey, that is big. Now I want to give this a little bit of a head, because if I remember rightly, the head on the others that I had dissipated really quickly, and they weren't particularly strong ABV beers. And there it is in the glass. Again, aroma is there, but it's vague. I did get a big burst of citrus when I opened that up, but not much to report at all. There is some vague caramel malt on that, and there is a little bit of citrus, but it ain't big, and it's rapidly fading. Oh well. Well, let's get it down the hatch before it disappears completely. Bottoms up. Oh wow, that citrus is sharp, and it is definitely marmalade. And you know what? That isn't bad. That really isn't bad. Wow. Reminds me of an IPA. And it's a bit like the Fullers, where they've got that zesty, orangey, marmalade type flavour running through it. It's quite nice. Not bad. Let me dive in again. Wow, that is good. I'll tell you what, Tintagel Brewery, you've done well with that. That is a good one. There's some nice biscuity notes on the malt, and there's that big seam of citrus which runs through it. Marmalade, orange zest type citrus. And it does put me in mind a little bit of an English IPA, which is never a bad thing. Let me see what else it says on the bottle. No, you don't get a brew sheet with these at all. Real ale from the home of King Arthur. There's the label if you want to have a look. Yeah, this has changed my mind a little bit about the Tintagel Brewery. I had a bit of a downer on them, but this is a good one. It's actually quite reminiscent of the Betty Stoggs stuff. That had a big citrusy backbone to it, and it was very much in this style, and I did compare that to an IPA as well. That did remind me of an IPA. This is nice. I'm getting on with this quite well. Now this is actually a little bit chilled, and I was in two minds. I thought, shall I let this warm up a little bit? But I'm getting all the flavours at this temperature, which is really good. Yeah, I am liking that one. That is a good one. Quite impressed. So what is the verdict on Arthur's Ale from the Tintagel Brewery? I had visions of this being just a very, very average beer, and in keeping with all the other stuff that they've done, just being very, very boring. However, my mind has been changed. That is not bad at all. And it does put me in mind of an English IPA, a very good attempt at an English IPA, very easy drinking, the citrus is quite balanced, the malt is there, but it's not big as you would expect in an English IPA. And there's absolutely no complaints about that whatsoever. There is a ton of flavour in that. Very nice. Even at this temperature, I'm getting some big flavours, and that's good. This is what they should be doing. However, as I say, I've tried some of their other beers and I wasn't too impressed. But this is a standout one, and I'm glad they've called it Arthur's Ale, because obviously Tintagel is the spiritual home of King Arthur, and yeah, I think that is a fitting tribute to him. And I like that so much, I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10. That's really nice. I'm going to savour that, and if ever I'm down in Cornwall again, near Tintagel, I'll pick some of this up, because I do like that. That's the first beer I've had from them that I've actually been enthusiastic about. This is a good one. And remember, beer is working class champagne.